You know, Stallion, it's too bad we're getting old, huh?
Yeah, just keep punching. Apollo, you want to ring the bell?
All right. Ding, ding.
It is the eye of the tiger.
Hold up.
Welcome everybody to another RJ's R&R reviews and reactions. So today's video is a review of Creed, starring Michael B. Jordan, Sylvester Stallone, Tessa Thompson, and Felicia Rashad, directed by Ryan Coogler. Ryan Coogler, the director of Fruitvale Station. So this movie ends up teaming Michael B. Jordan again with Ryan Coogler, so they'll end up getting the best out of one another for the direction of this film. So this movie takes place in the same universe. It's a spin-off / sequel of the other Rocky movies, not including Rocky 5. They don't even mention Tommy. But in this movie, it's about Adonis Johnson, who is this young man, this young individual who is the illegitimate son of Apollo Creed, the old rival of Rocky Balboa, who's played well by Sylvester Stallone. Now, in this movie, it takes them from LA to Philadelphia. Adonis, played by Michael B. Jordan, has this nature, this desire, this infatuation with obsession of fighting when he has this comfortable life out in LA, but all he wants to do and all he knows since childhood is how to be a fighter. And the thing is, it wasn't he had everything handed to him. He actually had a hard life, and he had in a situation that put stability to him, or gave to him, through Felicia Rashad, who was Apollo Creed's wife. And then they end up having a mother-son parental family relationship. But at the end of the day, he wanted to make his own identity, not as a Johnson, but as a Creed, but also as his own fighter. And he goes out to Philadelphia. He reaches out to Sylvester Stallone, who's playing Rocky Balboa, who's still owning Adrian's from the last movie of Rocky Balboa. And he's like, I'm here to be trained. You knew my father better than anybody else. I know this history between y'all, and I want to know where it can go. And then it goes from, say Michael B. Jordan was persistent, Rocky was being reluctant, but they end up making a bond with one another, and it goes to all the way up to a championship title fight where they fight against this guy, Pretty Ricky, who's played by Tony Glue, but his character is called Pretty Ricky. So that's where the movie goes. But let's talk about what I liked about this movie. First of all, this movie is a masterpiece of a film. The things that it got going for it, the music, the acting, the directing, as in shots, everything turned out really well. And it's great to have the nuggets or the gems of the nostalgia of Rocky that they really paid attention to. To pay attention to detail of the movie, it ended up being such a great experience that it made you feel like it's reminiscent of the original Rocky, but at the same time, this is a great movie to carry on the legacy. Now, with this movie and the interactions, it felt so authentic. At one point, Rocky and Adonis have a falling out, and in that falling out, it's a whole lot of unresolved issues that they both don't say to one another, that ends up being said at one point, but it was actually going off of a situation that was hard for the both of them, and their tensions rise. And the thing that I say that is so authentic about it, it's family members who are dealing with stress and don't know how to handle it. The communication get misstrued, and everyone says the wrong thing. And that's why I think it was really honest when they did that. And also the relationship between Michael B. Jordan and Tessa Thompson was really boy meets girl. They develop a relationship, and she got her own issues that she's dealing with within the movie. She's just not the love interest. Like, she's her own person with her own goals and with her own conflicts, and Michael B. Jordan is like, hey, I like you. But the thing that happens with them is they're honest. We'll get to that. But it's like, I have a problem with you, or I have a problem with this, I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I didn't say what I wanted to say because I wanted you to like me for me. You know what I'm saying? So these conversations that they had with one another was what would be a real conversation between a couple. And there's this one point where after this one fight that they have, and I'll speak about that fight in a second, but there's one point in the fight, after the fight, they chilling, Rocky goes upstairs, and then they start making out, and she's like, wait, your uncle's upstairs. He's like, man, so he old. It's like, yeah, I was in the same thing too. But yeah, just situations like that for the interactions, it wasn't like really forced. It was like a girl would say that at that time, a dude would say that at that time, and I really enjoyed that. I also enjoyed the molding of Michael B. Jordan because he's a good fighter. You know, he's a really good fighter. He's above average people, but when he ends up going against people who knows how to fight, then it shows that his lack of experience. So it's good to see him be molded, be humbled, and do the work to become the boxer that he wants to be. And there's this one particular fight where there's no cuts. When the cameraman is in between their faces, he's going around from this angle to that angle, and it's no editing like in between each shot. Like it was just one continuous roll of the fight to bring the intensity to it. And what else, man? The music was on point about the movie. It brought authenticity, like I said. It also brought the tension, and there was one scene where it was reminiscent to Rocky, where Michael B. Jordan is in a gray jumpsuit and he's running down the block, and he's in the hood of Philly, and the bikers come out rolling and they riding around him. He's like, yeah, come on. And then Rocky's like, I'll see you, kid. Yeah, you done it. You know what I mean? And just all those things that they really paid attention to. Sylvester Stallone, speaking of, was phenomenal in this movie. And the thing about Sylvester Stallone, what he's done, he played an older Rocky when he was honest about who he was. And what I mean honest, it wasn't, because sometimes people misconstrue honesty with sincerity. Honest could be not having a filter, because Rocky is from the streets, you know, from the first movie. So he didn't really have that training of being conscientious of people's feelings. So he ended up saying everything that was on his mind, and like, I don't know how to do that. I don't want to train you, or I don't want to do something like this, or I don't want to do something like that. Let me tell you how I'm feeling, and we are not what we think we are. And with him saying things like that, it's like he feels sad about being blunt, and it's just something that he would do with Adrian. And it was just so good. Rocky gets sick in the movie, and they played the sickness well in fighting through a situation that can get taxing on anybody. So all in all, man, I love this movie, and I suggest y'all need to go see it ASAP. Yeah, that's my review. I'm sorry that I made this so long, but I love this movie, and I try not to get into spoiler territory. But all in all, I'm gonna grade this movie with a 9. And, yo, go see it. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have too much to say. And if you wanna holler at me about the movie, or tell me your thoughts about the movie, get at me. And I'm gonna bring this video to a close. Be you, do you, see the bigger picture, be easy. This is that channel. Peace.